What's up, y'all? This is gonna be an all signs collective reading for the full moon in Gemini that's coming up. It's coming up in like a day or two. So this is the energy that we are all collectively going into, and it's gonna be relevant for like sometime afterwards. So yeah, my intention is just to get the general energies that are kind of moving through us and provoking us and affecting us right now on an energetic level. It don't matter what your sign is. If you found this reading, you're here for a reason. And yeah, let's just see what's up. I feel like this wants to come out. The moon in reverse. Bro, I can't make this shit up. It's the full moon, baby. So that's in reverse. And on the bottom of the deck, we have the devil in reverse. Yeah, I was already feeling this. Like, as I was meditating for this reading and kind of just getting prepared, I did have like some anxiety come up, and I just feel like there's a lot of releasing going on right now and a lot of illusions that are being worked with. Brother, chill. That's my dog in the back if you can hear her. But it just feels like there's some really deep depths of us that are coming to light right now, and I feel like there's a big resistance to really like confronting these energies or fully releasing them, because they are so like deep, and it's like they've become part of us. They've become a sort of comfort zone, or just like aspects of us that we're so deeply familiar with that it's like it's scary to really uproot that, you feel me? But it feels like this is just happening naturally, energetically at this time. And my biggest like notion that I'm getting off top with it is that like this has to happen. And the more like awareness we can have around this and kind of like surrender to it, the more smooth it's gonna happen. Because the more resistance that we're creating, it's gonna manifest in like rough ways that like are not really necessary for these releases to happen. But let's keep going deeper. Ace of Wands in reverse, the Fool in reverse, and Queen of Pentacles upright. Interesting. It feels like there's a lot of energy being invested into what like fulfills us and gives us that sense of self right now. It feels like a very independent energy. King of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, like with the Queen and the King of Pentacles. As soon as I said independent type of energy, it's like the duo came out. Like it still feels like it's so tied to the self and really bringing these highest visions of ourself. But I do feel like there's like some sort of reflection or collaboration or connectivity that is helping us do this at this time. Like there may be a specific person that's come into your life recently, or a specific community that's come into your life that it feels like is a big part of your process of kind of unearthing that and bringing these energies of you to life and to the forefront. With the Fool in reverse and the Ace of Wands in reverse, it feels like there's some brand new beginning here, but it's like it's some brand new beginning that you can already feel, but it's not quite like ready to give birth just yet. I feel like these releases need to happen first, and this more devoted this like devotion of energy into our own well-being, into our own prosperity and big visions of self. It's like let's go a little deeper. Clarify the Ace of Wands and the Fool in reverse. Three of Wands in reverse and Two of Wands in reverse. Very interesting. It feels like it's all about this duo right now. There's some type of like duo dynamic here that is like, it's like this needs to be addressed now, this needs to be talked about now, and then there's so much to come after that clarification. But it's like it's showing all the fruitful new energy that's busting through, but it's like it needs the doorway, it needs the airway to come through first. I want to go in with another deck and get some clarification on this Queen of Pentacles and King of Pentacles, because I feel like it's a specific, like I just got the word alliance. I feel like there's an alliance here that's like really important. Let's see what we can pick up on it. I'm going with this deck. Because there's so much like creative energy to come through. There's a lot of wands, and like the Fool is just, it's about bright new beginnings and leaps of faith and like jumping into something new. But it's like something needs to be addressed before all of this can kind of just like blast off, you feel me? The Devil. We started the reading with the Devil in reverse, and this is the Devil upright. It just signifies some sort of illusion that needs to be addressed. Death in reverse. Ace of Swords in reverse. I feel like there's some sort of connection here, and it's gonna be a little different for everyone, but it feels like there's some sort of connection that's come through, and something about this connection feels so tied to like your energetic self. Like maybe it's like when you met this person, it was like, I feel like I already know this person, and like given that you're a very sensitive and intuitive being, it's like I know that when this feeling comes up, it's not for no reason. It's because there's something deeper to learn here, or to commune with here, or heal. Like there's some sort of I don't know what that was. There's some sort of like reflection here that needs to be taken into account, or like there's a reason why I met this person at this time. And so I feel like this is something that you're feeling out, but there's some sort of illusion that's already surfacing, or like maybe it's feeling like some miscommunication, or like someone's not on the same wave, and it feels like this just needs to be addressed and confronted. Like I'm definitely getting like communication is key and like super important here, and just being real and upfront, no like sugarcoating and illusions and things like this. And it feels like it's definitely, this situation is provoking a new era. It's provoking new senses of truth and expression, and like really asserting yourself and your boundaries and what you're about. It feels almost like this situation is coming into your life for your opportunity to do that first and foremost. Like really being clear with yourself and not getting into your old habits of like people pleasing, trying to like make this connection seem like something that it doesn't really feel like to you, or like just because you're trying to appease what they seem to be bringing to the table, this sort of thing. Let's go a little deeper. Two of Swords, Three of Cups in reverse, and the Star. I feel like this connection is like an opportunity for really deep healing to happen for the both of y'all. And it's not your business to like try to foresee or control how it is healing them. Like you don't know their story, you don't know their past trauma, you don't know what this is meant to illuminate to them. But you focus on what it's bringing to you, and you know that as long as you are aligned in your truth and you are being your authentic self, and you know holding care for this other person and how they may be receiving things you have to say, like that's in your awareness. You're speaking from a space of caring truth, but not in a space where you're editing what you say to make them feel better necessarily, or like sugarcoating things. It feels like a really important time to just be in your truth, and not trying to like fit a box or some sort of category or some sort of like predetermined expectation of what this should turn out to be or what this should look like or feel like. And yeah, on the other side of like being able to really express yourself through this and show up in truth, where you're not like jumping to conclusions or assumptions or anything, there's celebration to be had, and there's like triumph, there's like new blessings and upgrades to reap through this evolution that you're making. I mean, relationships, connections with other people are where we have opportunities to do some of our highest evolution, because it gives us that like physical reflection to work with, and it bring like different connections and relationships bring out different versions of us and energies that were like deep in us that never would have been like brought to the surface if it hadn't been that they said that specific thing or they did this specific thing with their specific energy on this specific day where the energies were like this. You feel me? Like, it brings out so many different types of reflections and opportunities for healing. And I feel like it could also be bringing out some reflections, like going back to the initial energy of the reading, like with the devil in reverse and stuff. Like, I feel like it could be illuminating some patterns that you have that were very subconscious and like that maybe need to be shed and released. And the only way that this is really gonna happen is if you're just being 100% real with yourself and with them. And yeah, it's not giving like a super romantic connection. Like, it feels like, yes, there may be some sort of soul remembrance when y'all met or like when this connection started, but it's like in the pentacle realm. Like, it's about the evolution of yourself, the evolution of their self. It's gonna be different for everyone. There could be romantic energy involved, but it doesn't feel like that's like the forefront of this connection. You feel me? And the Two of Swords, it feels like there's some sort of I'm getting an energy of like refusal to see. Like, maybe you've been refusing to see some sort of aspect of you or pattern of yours that you know, has affected your life. And through this connection and just like y'all's reflection and able to be real with each other, like, I feel like the reason this person got brought in to this situation specifically is because they are able to be just as real as you are. And so through that, like, y'all are going to uncover a lot together. And yeah, I feel like it's kind of like taking the blindfold off of something for you, and maybe for them as well, because it feels like a very like mutual type of opportunity for evolution. Like, this is not just for your benefit, and it's not just for their benefit. It's something that y'all are reflecting and unearthing together. Very interesting. Let's go a little deeper. The Sun, Knight of Wands, Eight of Wands in reverse, and Four of Cups. Definitely with the Sun here, like, this connection is very it's unlocking a lot for you, and there's a lot of like very abundant energy and magnetic energy that you are unlocking through these reflections and processing and navigations. And with the Knight of Wands and the Eight of Wands in reverse, I don't know, I feel like this other person could be showing up in a way where like they have a lot that they want to communicate to you off rip, and they have a lot of pulls towards you, and they are like kind of like coming in hot. And like the way it's feeling is like they're showing up as the Knight of Wands and you're more of the Four of Cups, where it's like they just feel ready to like get to know as much as they can about you, to just like go in deep and see what's up all the way. And you're very much in this space of like you're keeping your discernment about you. You're like, even though this felt like a soul remembrance off top, and I know there's like a connection of some sort here, I'm not just like diving deep into it. I'm still keeping my energetic boundaries really clear, and I'm feeling through this moment by moment, and I'm not taking something just because it's here or just because I felt like I knew you. Like, I feel like you're in a space where it's like you've experienced soul tie type of connections before, where like maybe you did know this person in a past life, and I know this is coming into my life right now for a real reason, but I'm like, maybe in the past you would assume in those situations like, oh, it's gonna be my boyfriend, my girlfriend, or like we're going to have a deep romantic thing or a deep something, and sometimes it's not always that. And I feel like you're in the space of like, I'm not just going to assume and jump in like just because I feel like I know this person, then I'm meant to go deep with them in that way. Like, you're really using your internal compass to feel this out moment by moment and keeping your tool of like selectivity about you. And I feel like this is really important, and it's definitely a really big part of this healing process for you, and like an opportunity to do things different. And that's why it feels so important that y'all are being like, you know, you're not people pleasing, you're not sugarcoating nothing, you're being real and authentic and not letting these illusions take over on either side. And it's like you're here to see what this is about, but you're not jumping to any conclusions with it. Page of Cups in reverse, Seven of Pentacles, Two of Wands. It does feel like this is some sort of like with the Two of Wands, to me, this is some sort of soul connection. Like, there is like a rhyme or reason to y'all coming together right now. And I feel like with Seven of Pentacles, it's something that's gonna unfold over time. Whereas like this person is kind of like ready to like rush in deep. I feel like there's a need to a certain patience with this and being present of like letting this unfold in its natural course, and like seeing how the energies naturally develop and move. And there's a real like, I feel like there's a lot to learn by observing the energies themselves and how they unfold, where like instead of like forcing anything or jumping into anything too quick. Like with the Page of Cups in reverse, with this Knight of Wands, like I feel like this person is already ready to like offer emotions and like take this to deeper depths than you're at. And so this energy is kind of being, I think it's something that needs to be communicated through and addressed in a gentle way, in a way that's like still acknowledging their emotions and what they are experiencing, but still like being truth about like, I'm not experiencing things at that same rhythm, at that same level, and it's not of benefit to either of us for me to like exaggerate them or pretend that I'm feeling the same way. And like this can be difficult. Like we, especially like we are so empathic, like it's like we can feel what they're feeling to an extent, but knowing that that's not my energy, that's your energy. And so like you don't want to hurt their energy, you don't want to say something to like crush their feelings, or you feel me? But it feels like this is a part of both of y'all's lessons and process of figuring this out. I want to go in with the animal spirit deck and get like a overview bird's eye view dynamic and see what these energies are looking like from that perspective. I'm gonna do you, them, shadow dynamic, illuminated dynamic. Let's see. This is you. This is them. Shadow dynamic, illuminated dynamic. Very interesting. So I'm gonna start with the illuminated dynamic is the oyster, which is a water sign. It is about like emotional energy, intuitive energy, and like the oyster is about like there's some sort of opening that needs to happen through this, and it fits really well with this type of energy where it's like there are illusions that need to come to life. There's truth that needs to be spoken and communicated very authentically and clearly, and it's like expression needs to happen through this. And I feel like it will be really healing and powerful for both of y'all to have some sort of like, even though this feels like an energy that has newly entered your life, so it's like I feel like even that more difficult kind of to just like speak truth so rawly and like bluntly. But it feels like y'all already have this like underlying soul tie going. Like it's like y'all do know each other like deeply, even though maybe physically y'all met recently, but it feels like there is a need to communicate here. And you're showing up as the firefly, which is an air element, and this is about having like this really inspiring light about you, and kind of like I feel like with this type of energy there's a message about like catching it at the right time. Like there's some sort of inspiration that's being kind of illuminated and provoked through this connection that is like, it's a seed, it's a sapling of something bigger. And it's like this connection came into your life at this time, like it's a very divine timing type of thing to ignite some specific inspiration or passion or idea or project. Like maybe y'all are collaborating together, or they helped you reflect something that really like sparked this inspiration. And they're showing up as the rabbit, which is very interesting. This is an earth energy, and it's very based in fear. And the way like this card is described is like, be careful what you think and what you say, because it's like it manifests, it becomes reality. And it gives the example in the guidebook of like the rabbit like every day was like, oh, I hope the hawk or whatever doesn't come and get me. And like it's like the hawk had no intention of doing that until it heard the rabbit saying that, and it's like, oh, thank you for that idea, and then it came and got the rabbit. You feel me? Like it's, I feel like this person is having maybe they have like issues with their anxiety around this, and like it feels like there's some sort of hyperfixation happening, or maybe some sort like almost obsessive type of energy. And I was kind of getting that with the Knight of Wands and stuff. Like it feels like they are just kind of like locked in already, and kind of in a way that's a bit out of balance, or it's more coming from a space of like fear. Like it's almost like y'all came into each other's lives and y'all both felt like on some level that this is like a soul connection of some sort, and I feel like this person is already scared that it's going to leave, so they're kind of moving from a space of lack, of like they want to get you kind of like locked in so that they don't have to like worry about losing you, even though that's not how it works. And it feels like it's only kind of creating this resistant type of energy between y'all, because you're very like firm and like comfortable in your Four of Cups. Like you have a really strong sense of self, and you're very much in an energy of like, I'm not taking just whatever's here. If I don't feel 110% called to it, I'm not taking it. And I feel like this person is maybe not quite in that space, and so it's coming up as a bit of like a clash, and it's just an energy to be aware of, especially like for having whatever this conversation that needs to take place between y'all. And the shadow dynamic is the camel, which is one of my favorite energies in the spirit animal deck. It's all about the cool elixir. Like the camel holds water in its humps to like bring a cool elixir to the desert and to that fire energy. It feels like there's a really, I don't know, like overall this connection feels so divine and healing for both of you, and I feel like this is the type of energy that's going to help nurture this from underneath. Like the big thing that needs to happen right now is this expression, this truth, this communication. But I feel like doing it from a space of very like following your intuition with this and keeping emotions in mind, and like a coolness to it, like a chillness to it. Like it don't have to be so deep or such a serious conversation. It's like something that like has a nurturing energy underneath it, and like I feel you, you feel me. There is a connection here. Like it's not about that, but then we need to talk about these other energies. But like coming from it from that space of like connectivity and empathy, and like I'm following my intuitive guidance through this. Yeah, I feel like that's pretty clear. I'm gonna get a concluding oracle card. I want to go in with the Starseed Oracle deck. Let's see, what is this concluding energy for the all signs, full moon, and Gemini reading? Portal. Doors are opening. You decide. Rewards. Wild card. I feel that like there's so much of this like new beginning energy at the beginning, and I felt like this connection is kind of like opening a portal to it. I don't know exactly how, like it's just like how the energies are working through, and it's like something needs to be reflected and navigated in a really like confrontational type of way here to kind of unlock these new energies in this new portal. And it's very much like there are rewards on the other side with the Three of Cups and the Sun, and it's like you very much are using your tool of selectivity and authenticity and truth to navigate through this, and like you decide, you unlock this portal. And I just heard you can't miss. You can't miss. If you are staying in tune with your aligned self, your connect, you can feel that when you feel connected and tapped in. And it's like, don't say anything or do anything with this unless you feel that tap in, that connection. And as long as you feel that, you can't miss. Like you can't miss this upgrade. It don't mean that everything's going to look perfect or nobody's feelings may be affected in some way or capacity, but it means like you are going to move through this in the way that's best for the both of y'all in this connection, and what y'all need to learn and upgrade and unlock through this. So I feel like as long as you keep that alignment, that tap in, and that awareness, you can't miss. You can't mess this up. Like you're learning, you're evolving through this. All right, that's what I got for you. If this reading resonated with you, please like, comment, subscribe. If you're interested in a personal reading, you can shoot me an email. My email's in the description down below. Namaste. The divine in me bows to the divine in you.